Morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever part of the world you are. Let's talk about planted. Let's talk about where God is planted in our life. For each person that's going through pain and rejection and lack of finance and turmoil in their marriage and relationship, where is God planted in your life? The thing about life that people fail to realize, if God is not a part of whatever you're doing, it's not going to work out. And if you're in a relationship and it's based off of financial, that's all basically. If you're based on a relationship on finance, that's what you're there for. You're with the person because financially they take care of you. That is not a place where God placed us. We mustn't put happiness when it comes to money, vanity, things like that. If God is not, like I said, planted in your relationship, everything that you do will fail. You would basically go wrong in a circle in life. Life is just going to be a big circle. And sometimes it takes some of us so much longer to wake up to realize that is because God is not part of whatever we're doing. It's not going to work. A lot of people leave their relationships and go and try to start new one. It's amazing that they really think it's going to work. I have to laugh at it sometimes because if you're in a relationship, whatever that was not working, like I said, if a relationship does not end on infidelity and you leave it and you try to start a new one, it doesn't work. Especially if you were in a place with someone and God had planted you there. He never give you a perfect person. God give you imperfect people to be with so you be able to learn and grow from each other. So most of the time when people leave the relationship and think they're going to go and find happiness, it usually starts out with a little bit of happiness. You feel like, oh, I found this new person, joy and happiness. But the only thing that makes it good is a new person. This new, so new always seems good, but not new is not always great, and that's what people fail to realize. Like before you step out and go into another relationship, try planting God in the relationship you're in and see how he moves and open up new doors for you. And he can create a new in the same old relationship. But instead of going out there and looking for something new, and then you realize like what you had wasn't so bad, and that's called realization. It's funny how so much people find that so late in life, and it's sad. I feel bad for certain people that they go out there looking to find this happiness from this new person, and then they realize like a lot of attributes or things that the person have is not so great as they think. People base too much emphasis on look, and that's another thing. If you base so much emphasis on look, then how genuinely are you loving a person? Because the outside is gonna get old, and the inside is a part that needs preserving. That's why you need to instill God and plant God into your life. Because if God is instilled in your heart, no matter where you are in life and relationship, your relationship will not go sour. But if you're living in the world, you're living for material things, you're living for car, you're living for fame, and you're looking to be famous with the kind of things that's going on around you, everybody wants to be famous for some reason. Like everyone wants people to look at them and say, hey, she's have this and she have that. Why don't you want someone to look at you and say, look at her, she served God well, or our life is amazing, she doesn't have much but she's always happy. And that's the joy that God wants us to find. He wants us to give us on earth what is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have a peace on earth before we get to heaven. And because a lot of us are not looking for God and God is not planted in our life, we're lost and we're broken. We keep going around in a circle. And like I said, all the people who walk out of their marriage and their relationship and trying to start over, this is for you. Think before you make that choice. If you're feeling lost, broken, and you're feeling disconnected from the person you're with, you need to plant God more into your life. Because with God in the center of everything you do, things will work out for the best. Leaving a relationship is not for the best. Unless the person is causing you physical harm or beating you down emotionally every day, and you're feeling like you're not a person, like you can't function, then yes. But if you yourself is not doing anything to motivate the relationship, to plant any good seed into the relationship, and you walk out, just know that everything else you're going to do in life is going to be a failure. Because if you're not happy within yourself spiritually, or you're not happy within yourself as a person, where you put yourself at this moment in life, then you can never give happiness to someone else. So much people going around and blaming other people for their unhappiness. If the person is doing everything they can to make you happy and you're still not happy, then it's you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this is the truth. It's you. You're the person that's causing the failure in your relationship. God has to be planted before the relationship can be good. And if God is not planted in your life, then how can you then say that you have done everything? Most people haven't tried God. They try everything else but God. And that's what we fail at. I hope this message gets to the person who really needs to hear it. Stop walking out of... You see all these celebrities. Stop walking out of your relationship trying to start new ones that is not worth. Like I said, the person cheat. You have all right to walk away from that, because the amount of energy that it takes for someone to cheat is the same amount of energy you can put to save their relationship. And that's where we fail a lot. We want everything to be easy. Nothing in life that's worth keeping is ever easy. That's why I've learned, and I'm speaking out of experience. Like I said, a lot of people have did a lot of things to me, and the same people have to come back and apologize. It makes me smile, because the God we have is a good God. When you're doing the right thing and someone deserts you and hurts you, you're the one to actually reap from the seed that they planted. They planted a bad seed, but yet you reap from it because you're the one who's doing the right thing. And when you're doing the right thing and God is in the center of it, and He sees, God knows our heart. He knows exactly what we're doing before we do it. So you're not fooling anyone but yourself. If you're in a relationship because of finance, you're fooling yourself. It's not going to last. And you wonder why there's arguments, there's turmoil, there's this and that. And a lot of us have, like I said, we have friends around us that's not planted with God either. And because you have those negative people around you, you're in a bad place. You're in a bad situation. And you have to be with like people that's in faith, people that's in Christ, people that's planted in a good place. Because if you're not, and you're planted with negative people, your life is just going to be negative. You can't have anything good if you have nothing but negative people around you. There's no one to teach you the right path in life. They're telling you all these wrong things, and they're not being good people around you, not being good friends. Put yourself with like people of faith. If your faith is weak, be with people that have strong faith. Look at the people around you and really look at their life and see what they have done with their life, to say, man, is this a person that I want to be around? Their life, they're poisoning their own life. And because of that, we ourselves have to put ourselves out and make the right decisions in life. Plant God in the center of your life. If God is not the center of your life, now turn today and ask Him to be the center of your life. Get rid of the old and start new again. And I guarantee if you do that, you'll be a lot happier, you'll be at peace. Peace on earth is something we all can find, but we only can find in the Spirit of God. God has to be in the center of you for you to find that. If God is not planted in the center, all the roots around you is going to uproot, and your life is just going to be chaotic. And a lot of us are going through that. A lot of the teens of these days, we have to teach them, because they're looking at society and everyone is a superstar, a model, or this or that, but there's hardly any role models that's preaching about God. We need to implant more God in people's life. And if you implant God more in people's life, we're not here for our own purpose. People, wake up. We're here for God's purpose. And when you find your purpose that God has for you, then you're actually living a godly life. But most people are not living a godly life because they're living if you're living for yourself and your own purpose, you're not living for God. Don't fool yourself. Okay? Don't fool yourself. Wake up. Make God the center of your life. Whoever this message gets to, if it's one person, share it with someone else. May God continue to bless you and your family. May He instill a peace inside of you that is needed, because like He said, heaven and earth, we can actually have that regardless of what's going on around us. Don't live within the world. Be out of the world and let God be a part of your life. Have a blessed day. Bye.